Hello and welcome to this demonstration video about the Finesse Fusion gadgets. So basically we do have multiple Fusion gadgets editions. We have the Fusion Starter, which consists of the following gadgets. A call history for logging the communication what an agent has done before. The remote page gadget, which is responsible to make a third-party pop-up, for example in a CRM. A phonebook, which is possible to connect to an LDAP directory. And the speed dial. The speed dial can be used to create small lists where you can dial from to other people, agents, customers, etc. Then we have the professional package. The professional package include all Fusion starter packages, plus the call forward node, which is responsible if you want to send information from one agent to the other on a transfer. The real-time information gadget, which displays you for email, chat, and voice all activities, which agents are available, not available, how many calls are in queue, and the Finesse top bar gadgets. The Finesse top bar gadgets are used to show the agent on the top of the Finesse desktop the information about all queues from email, chat, and voice. Last but not least, we do have the premium package. The premium package includes all features from the starter and professional package, plus a recording gadget where you can control the recording. This is based on the ASC recording solution. And last but not least, the data bucket gadget, which is responsible to query any database and bring up data on a Screenpop, for example, if the customer is calling. So let's have a deeper look. First of all, what is the agent desktop? The agent desktop is called Cisco Finesse. Within Cisco Finesse, this is a web-based front-end where you can work on all media, so from email, chat, and voice calls. Starting with Contact Center Enterprise 12.0, this desktop has a new design. The gadgets from BNS, the Fusion gadgets, are also aligned to that design. You get a pop-up for incoming calls and tasks as well within the gadget, and you are able to modify things like, for example, the logo on the top left or even the title, so you can insert your company name. Let's have a deeper look into the real-time gadget. So on the real-time gadget, you see two things. On the one hand side, you see, for example, things like the queuing information. So here you see how many calls are currently queued, how old is that certain call. You can see how many people are not ready, for example, how many people are ready, how many are currently active working. You can see this for all queues on the left-hand side. Additional to this, on the top bar gadget, you see information about the voice queue, how many are there in queue, and the oldest one, the same for the email and for the chat. When you go to the detail view, you see a list of all agents. So here you see which agent has what kind of status. Green is ready, red is not ready, and orange is working mode. You can also click to call each of these agents, and you can transfer call using these gadgets. In the personal view, you are able to see your personal information, so how many calls you have worked on, how many chats and how many emails you have worked on. So you have a screen where you can see all this data. This is customizable, so you can add or remove certain columns into here. Let's have a deeper look on speed dial. When you expand the speed dial gadget, you can see two kinds of lists. One is called the personal list. Within the personal list, the agent can set up its personal contacts, for example, his supervisor, his colleagues, etc. From here, with one click, he can transfer the call to the certain people. Besides that, there's also the possibility to create speed dials for teams, for example, like here, the back office team. This is a predefined list which cannot be modified by the agent, but by an administrator. When a call comes into the contact center, you get from Finesse a Screenpop about the call. Besides that, you have additional possibilities to make Screenpops within Finesse. For example, within the phonebook. This gadget over here has the possibility to show and to query an LDAP device. So here, for example, with an incoming call, we can send the number into the LDAP phonebook and retrieve additional information about the caller from the LDAP device. Besides that, another possibility is to use the data bucket gadget. The data bucket gadget is able to query an SQL database and to extract additional data for the certain caller based on the ANI as an example. The call history gadget is used for showing more information about placed calls and received calls and missed calls of this agent. So this is in statistics only available for this certain agent. So here you can see what the agent, what kind of calls he has missed, he has retrieved. If he has retrieved certain calls, you can see the call variables being displayed here as well. If you make an outbound call, you're also gonna see it in here in this list. Let's have a look on the possibilities to query and to make a Screenpop in a CRM system. For example, when you receive a call, remember this pop-up provided from the Finesse, there's a possibility to use the remote page gadget and to query any database and append the ANI of the customer to the URL and make a Screenpop. Here's an example. So if I call in, I'm gonna query the Microsoft Bing search engine with the phone number of the customer and trying to find a hit. Imagine this can be any CRM. So this is an easy way to integrate the CRM into the Finesse desktop. Within Remote Page, there's an additional possibility to use the click to call functionality. So that means, for example, you can put a hyperlink within your CRM. Therefore, a small customization is necessary within the CRM to add a JavaScript snippet. This makes a link out of every phone number. If you click on that link, you can edit the phone number and you can immediately call the certain number. Let's have a look on Call Forward Node. Call Forward Node is the possibility that if you receive as an agent a phone call and you require to transfer this call either via queue or directly to another agent, you can leave a small node. You can have a small window where you can place the information you have already captured about the caller and give this information to the second agent. Note that this information is not stored anywhere, so it's really only for the transfer being used. Let's have a small demo. Now let's have a look on the first gadget, which is called the speed dial gadget. Within speed dial, you have the possibility to create your personal list. So you can add a new entry as an example. And you can save it for yourself. So within this list, then you can also use the click to call functionality. So that means you can click on such a number in here, and then from there you can call the certain person. This is also available in the transfer. The second possibility is that you create lists for teams which cannot be edited, like for example the back office team. Within the back office team, you can also set up a list and determine through the agent team assignment who will see this certain list. Let's have a deeper view on the real-time gadget. The real-time gadget consists of the following functionalities. On the left-hand side, you can see all the queues where I'm assigned to. On the right-hand side, you can see, for example, in the detail view, the person who are ready at the moment, who are talking at the moment, who are not ready with a certain reason. Within here, you can also use the click to call functionality And through the customization, it's also possible to remove columns, for example, like the in state column as an example. If you go to the Overview tab, you can see how many people are currently logged on, how many people are not ready for all of these queues, how many are ready, and how many are currently talking, and if any calls are in queue. You can have the look even for each queue individually or for all of them. This is also available for multi-channel, so that means also for email and chat as an example. This is the view of the email as an example. Let's come to the personal view. The personal view is the view for the agent, so he can track his activity, what he has done since start of day. So he can see, for example, how long he's logged on, how long is he available, not ready, how many calls he has done today. And this is also available for the other channels, of course. If you look on the top, there you're gonna see the top bar gadget. The top bar gadget shows you three information. The voice queue, currently nothing is queued. The email queue with the longest email in queue, currently 3 are queued for 36 minutes. And the chat queue. Let's have a look on the other gadgets. This is the phonebook gadget. The phonebook gadget is able to query an LDAP device. So for example, if you make a search in here, you can search for the people who all have an S within the name as an example, and then you can show more detailed information out of the LDAP device. From here you can also use the click to call or click to email functionality. This is also going to be used if an call comes into the contact center, then you can use the ANI of the customer and make a query against the LDAP if necessary. Let's have a look on the call history gadget. The call history gadget shows you the activities you have done as an agent. So for example, you can set up a filter if you want to filter for a certain number. You can also show only the retrieved, the dialed or the missed calls, and the same also for the date. There's even the possibility to use also click to call from here, or if this call has been retrieved and went through the Cisco Contact Center, you can see the call variables which have been captured in the call flow. For example, the customer name or the call reasons as an example. Let's have a look on the remote page. So remote page is the possibility to add an external website into Finesse and also to use it for Screenpops and click-to-call functionalities. As an example, we have added an external website here from Bucher Suter, and within this website we do have a phone number. For example, this phone number is now clickable. So with a small Java script snippet, you can turn this number into a hyperlink, and when you click on this one, you can start a click-to-call functionality. Now let's see what happens if I call into the contact center. So the call is arriving. I answer the call. Now multiple things are happening. On the one hand side, the WebEx Teams client appear with the phone number and the call control. And secondly, you see multiple screen pops. For example, here within remote page, I used my phone number to query Microsoft Bing and to show up all information about my phone number. Imagine this can be a pop-up within your CRM system. Let's have a look into Data Bucket. Data Bucket has a possibility to show data from a database. So here I executed a query with my phone number against a database and brought up additional information like address and the customer status. Many thanks for watching this demonstration video.